Hello, everyone. Here's your Eastern Idaho weather and hazard briefing for Sunday, the first day of November. Hopefully, everyone remembered to set their clocks back 1 hour last night, or you might be up early for nothing this morning. It's going to be a nice day out there, though, with high pressure building, and it's going to stay warm for the next couple of days. We will have to deal with the valley inversions in the overnight and early morning hours. That's especially going to be an issue for any type of smoke lingering in valley locations, prescribed burning, and such. By midweek, we start to see the pattern changing, and the real big change comes by the latter half of this week into next weekend. It's going to be a lot colder, and some rain and some snow moving into our area. And that could even mean some snow down at the lowest of elevations by the time we get to next Sunday and Monday. Looking at the weather impact matrix, minimal impacts for now. We're still trying to gauge things with these valley inversions over the next few days. We'll start to see some gusty winds developing. Right now, they will be gusty. I don't think we're going to see any issues with blowing dust. Just maybe, maybe some tiny wisps of blowing dust here and there, but no major impacts expected at this time. Thursday, the winds continue. By then, we'll start to see a few showers moving into the central mountains, especially around Chalice, Stanley, Galena Summit, on up into portions of Lemhi County, especially west of Highway 93. Here we are with low high pressure overhead. You can see the flow moving north across the Pacific, up across the Alaska Panhandle, and then back down into the plains. This low down to the south across southern California along the coast that may throw a few clouds our way, but impacts from that system are expected to be slim to none at this point. Here's how the forecast is going to shape up. Looking at our weather pattern, you can see that low remaining to the south and to the west of us. By the time we get into Tuesday, it's going to remain warm, and that's when we'll start to see the flow flattening out a little bit. Pretty decent flow coming in from the west and southwest. That's why the winds are going to start picking up by the time we get into Wednesday and into Thursday. By the time we get into the Thursday, leading edge of that storm's moving inland. That's when we'll see the showers starting to move in. But you'll notice we get into Friday, we have a pretty deep low developing across the western U.S. There's still quite a bit of detail to work out with that, but the idea is that low may try to hang around portions of Montana, Idaho, back into the northern part of the Great Basin into next weekend. It's bringing some much colder air from the north into the west. That's why we're expecting some rain and snow showers. And in the morning hours, especially by the time we get to Sunday and Monday morning, we might see that potential of snow even at some places across the Snake Plain and the Magic Valley at that time. But that's still a few days out. A lot of things to work out between now and then. For today, temperatures starting to warm back up. We're looking at some mid-60s, especially across the lower Snake Plain, west into the Magic Valley, and south down towards the South Hills, also down towards Malad into northern Utah. Also, Chalice, Stanley looking at temperatures in the mid-60s as well. Temperatures for tonight, you'll notice very chilly in portions of the Snake Plain, some of our colder valleys in the teens and 20s. You can see where the inversions are going to be taking place. Looking down at Oakley, 42 degrees. We're looking at temperatures above freezing in some of the higher elevations of the central mountains as well. It's a little warmer in the Magic Valley. That down valley wind, that east wind, keeping things just mixed enough to keep temperatures in many places at or above freezing for tomorrow morning. Warmer still tomorrow. Some places trying to push 70 degrees tomorrow afternoon. Definitely not too bad for the first part of November here in central and eastern Idaho. And we continue to see the inversion conditions with the higher elevations in some places still pushing closer to 40 degrees. You can see the upper part of the Snake Plain up towards the Teton Valley into the southeast corner around Bear Lake in the teens and 20s as well. That's where the inversion is probably going to be a little bit stronger in these morning hours. And just a couple degrees warmer on Tuesday. Conditions continuing to remain status quo for valley inversions or temperatures for Wednesday morning. And we start to drop back just a tiny bit on Wednesday into Thursday. Very similar conditions as we're out ahead of that low. But by the time we get to Friday, cooling off. And here we are on Saturday. Highs in the mountains in the 20s and 30s. We're not getting out of the 40s in the lower elevations, except maybe down towards Preston, down towards Malad as well, moving into portions of northern Utah. So once again, high pressure valley inversions the first part of this week. It's going to be warm. We stay a little bit warmer despite the pattern change taking shape midweek. The weekend is when things get really interesting with the potential of much, much colder weather and rain and snow here across central and eastern Idaho. All right, everyone, have a great day, and do stay safe out there, folks.